one of the first questions that I get when I talk about organic food and eating healthy food is that organic it's more expensive and we won't be able to feed the world with organic food. So, like from you, the master, you know, like how can, because maybe people hearing from you saying that it's not only possible, but it has to be the way for us to eat, maybe they'll change their mind. And I'm talking about not only consumers, but politicians and people with the possibility to really change policies. So please tell us why we can feed the world with organic.
The only way to feed the world is to work according to the laws of ecology, which means work in alignment with the laws of life and the laws of life's regeneration. There are 3 steps by which organic actually produces more nutrition and food. What is sold on the markets is not food. It's not food because it's toxic and it's bad for our health. It's not food because it's nutritionally empty. You know, 70 to 80% of the nutrition has disappeared because of chemical farming. It's not food because food has to be diverse. We talked about it in the morning, that our gut microbiome has 100 trillion living partners with us. And they all need unique tastes. They need unique nourishment. You can't cheat them. You can cheat stupid consumers by having the same GMO soya as meat one day and milk the next day and bread the third day, but it's the same toxic molecule of Roundup resistant soya, and our intelligent gut understands that, and it sees as raw. That's why we get new allergies. That's why our metabolic systems start to collapse. That's why our brain and neurological functions start to get damaged. So what is food? Food is the currency of life, because food is the flow in the nutrition cycle. Yeah, the leaves that are falling here, becoming the humus, is then becoming the soil, which is becoming the food. It's an amazing cycle of interconnectedness. We now know that the more biodiversity there is in the soil, which means the more organic matter there is in the soil, the more nutrition the soil can provide. And our work in India is showing that in 20 years, our organic farms have 100% more nitrogen, more carbon, more zinc, more magnesium, whereas the chemical farms, which are supposed to have more nitrogen, have loss of nitrogen. Of course, they give nothing back to the soil, so there's no carbon to hold the moisture, to provide the humus, and the micronutrients are disappearing, which are then responsible for all kinds of instability of the human health system. Like a public health doctor told me, you know, they saw their data of the amazing production of zinc in organic soils. And they said, now we understand why in Australia, half of the teenagers are depressed because they did brain chemistry and found the deficiency was zinc. But it was showing up as depression. In England, magnesium deficiency was showing up as attention deficit. Kids couldn't concentrate in school. 1 year they were given organic food and they stopped being violent and stopped being distracted. So this body is an amazing complex system which is part of a larger system. You can't cheat it. Yeah? You can cheat on saying, I grew more wheat. But if the wheat you grew has lots and lots of the same molecule, it's going to create gluten allergy. It's going to be lower. We have 14% higher protein in the old wheats that are called low yielding. So first the soil gives you more nourishment. The old seeds are nutritionally dense. And third, which is so important, when we grow biodiversity, all the measurements of industrial farming are based on monocultures, one commodity, and one part of one commodity. But in biodiversity, every plant provides different nutrition. And our research has shown that instead of measuring yield per acre, if you measure nutrition per acre and health per acre, biodiversity, organic, ecological produces more food. We could provide enough nutrition and nourishment for 2 times the world population if we conserve biodiversity, save our seeds, and say thank you to Mother Earth by giving back her organic matter. Because what is the organic matter that we work with? The leaf she gives us, the animal waste she gives us. It's just a little bit of it, returned with gratitude. And then she creates abundance.